Hey guys, for CAO, it's 2019, the trade show. Welcome to the IPCPR PAC show. And so we're going to talk about the sessions today. It's a new cigar that we're launching from CAO called Sessions. It's going to be on the market in the first week of July, so very soon. The way it came about is kind of when we started to focus on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. What do you want to know about Ricky? The major question was coming back, where does Ricky smoke cigars when he's not working? In his garage, at home. He has a little man cave. And so when I'm working on a blend, all I do is text out to my friends, we have some new blends, I want to have a cigar session. And they know to come over to the garage and we're going to touch sample some new blends. So again, garage theme sessions works for us and CAO. Now Doug Baldwin started the design of the box, so I'm going to Doug, talk about that.
Sure. I mean, we definitely wanted to go with something striking and bold to kind of marry the fact that we had this really nice dark Oscuro wrap, but we wanted something that would kind of stand off against it. So we also kind of thought, what do you guys keep in their garages? They got flags, they got posters, typically a lot of things with loud colors. So we wanted to use something that was going to help jump off the humidor, really strike out, but in this really nice, pretty packaging. The other thing that's cool about the cigars is our first Dominican in about 12 years. I think the last time CAO made a Dominican was CAO Vision. Yep. So this is the first time that we actually got to go work in those factories on CAO and pretty much ever. So it's a really exciting opportunity for us to go, step out of our wheelhouse and continue to do something new. It doesn't always have to be a new tobacco from a new part of the world, but a lot of times it can be a new process, new blending technique, and working with different, factory producers, rollers. It's always exciting to do stuff like that.
And when you smoke this cigar, what you're going to experience is when you light it, it's going to be a burst of spice. And all of a sudden, about a third of the way, that sweetness from that wrapper appears. And that is going to give you a layer below or above that spice, and it just marries so well. Medium body cigar, 3 sizes ranging from price point from $8 to $10, and it's going to be on your shelf maybe next week, possibly the following week. So please go out there, try the cigar, try it for yourself. Don't listen to anybody else saying it's a great cigar. I just wanted you to try it and make sure it's a great cigar for you. The other cigar we're going to talk about, and if we can, let's follow to the other box so we can really talk about this. So this is the new V19 that we're going to introduce in August. 2 sizes, and so the beauty of this is really what Doug and I, when Doug came aboard, he says, you know what, I want to know what these consumers that follow CAO want to know about you. And so we answered that question with the sessions. The other question that he asked me was, what do they want from us? What they wanted from us, they said to us, they love this Flathead 6x60, but they love the blend, the body, and the flavor of the little spark plug. So that information was given back to Doug, and all of a sudden Doug says, can we maybe produce a spark plug in the 6x60? Yes and no, and take it away. How do we do this?
Yeah, so there's always that trick anytime you're working with tobaccos, that if it's like, I want to increase the body, I have to reduce the flavor, or if I really want to make it more flavorful, I'm going to kind of weaken the body. That was, a pretty typical process for us. So we kind of just understood the challenges going into this. However, we knew that if we took some of the polones out from the main production lines and kind of just babysat the tobaccos and treat them in a different way, we could actually, do some different changes to that body and that flavor profile. So we gave it a much shorter fermentation period, which helped us bring out the body on the Ligero leaf. However, we gave it a very longer aging process than normal, which really locked in those native flavors. So that allowed us to keep that fantastic flavor that people love about that Flathead 660, but bring up that body significantly, which was, difficult to do with the larger ring gauge, but we pulled it off, and it was a real great process for us. So we make sure that when we launched it, we wanted to, really lock in the good looking premium box for it. So it kind of screams automotive in line with the Flathead launch, but we wanted to take it up a notch because we knew that this was going to be a special limited edition because of how we treated those tobaccos.
So
this will ship August 1st.
And 2 sizes, ranging from a price point of $10.99 to $12. And so for all the fans of Neptune Cigars, I hope that I will be able to get and share our cigars with you soon. So look forward to that. I look forward to meeting everybody. Yeah, okay.
You saw it.
He's
You
just
saw it.
we're really not talking about that, but you know what? Because it really is a project that is dear to him. I'm going to let him talk about this new project.
So you saw it. So we're teasing out the Orellana for a launch later this year. So just because, you know, we got products for sale doesn't mean we're not still in the back end working on new things. So I think it all started in 2015 when the Amazon Basin came out. And that was one of our best-selling cigars, really fantastic limited edition that we were able to do. And by the nature of the tobaccos on the Amazon Basin series, it's like we can't do a full-time production run just because the tobaccos are too rare. So we can always do a couple here, a couple there. But we don't want to just always have the same blend. We want to still experiment with that tobacco, really find out what it pairs with, what it matches with. So we did the Amazon Basin, we did the Fumin Cord, and then we did the Amazon Anaconda. And the Amazon Anaconda is kind of going away just because that wrapper is functionally impossible to get. So we wanted to come out with something new to kind of bring into the trilogy so we could still maintain having 3 of them. So we looked at all the different tobaccos we had with a bunch of different Brazilians, and we found out that if we took that base blend for the Amazon Basin, changed it a little bit, brought out some different characteristics, a little more sweetness, that if we put it in the Brazilian Cuba wrapper, you got something special. People always like on those how we have that band that goes around, and that's actually made out of the leaf that the cigar's wrapped in. Well, this time we went from the band all the way to the foot of the cigar, so you can get that little extra bite the whole time you smoke it. So it's a great cigar. We're really looking forward to launching it, but that's going to be later in the year.
Unique name.
Unique
Why?
name. Yeah, so we call it CAO Orellana because the original name for the Amazon River was Orellana. That was the name of the guy who first...
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That was the name of the guy who first was like, you know, the cartographer who actually mapped out the river. So we kind of think that working with the Brazilian Cuba wrapper, this is kind of like the origins of that project. We're just now kind of bringing it off for the first time. So we're really excited about it later in the year.
And it's fantastic. Fantastic. So look forward to that cigar, maybe possibly late or mid October. And price point on that cigar is going to be about $10.99.
Yep.
Yeah, so look forward to that. But like I said, to the Neptune fans, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
And that's it.
Great.